Well, welcome back, guys. Thank you for watching. And of course, as you've seen from the last episode, I've let this thing basically run for half an hour and give it some break-in time. And let me just take it out now, unplug it. Yeah, there we go. Just unplug it. It's probably really hot. I just want to roll it out so we can take a look at it. And this is going to be the final review of this product. So here it is. Setup is pretty easy. Wasn't that hard. If you didn't have to explain everything and talk and all that, you could probably knock it out in, I would say, half an hour. Oil could be a little difficult, but it's worth doing the change out for it and getting the flushing that out. As you see there's the oil. It's at a looks like it's at a little bit lower level, as you can see here. You can see right there. You can see that line. It's a little bit low. I probably want that line to be in the middle because I'm just trying to follow a diagram where the line in the middle says it's full, even though it shows it going straight across. If you look here, you'll see the line in the middle at the edges, but where the red circle is, it's a little low. So I'll probably add a little bit more oil, but at least it's in there. So I'll add a little bit more oil, and hopefully that will level everything out. This is probably very hot. Yeah, especially up here. That's very hot. I'm not sure if that's aluminum. It almost looks like the way it's designed, it's like a heat sink. And yeah, it can get very hot in here. So watch your hands. When you have this, you got to be very careful. There's something right here. It says watch out. I wish they would have put a cover on this, but then again, if you put a cover on it, it'd probably even get hotter. So maybe this is a good thing, but just be careful. Always wear gloves. I'm not wearing my gloves right now, but always wear gloves when you touch this, because you never know when you had it on. It's been running half an hour straight. So this is the break-in time that's recommended. So I doubt it'll be running half an hour straight, and this is kind of how I did. If you don't have this or don't want to do this, I guess you can use the drain to do it, but I just did it that way because that's the way the air is going to flow. There could be possible debris in the tank, and I think that's why they wanted to have it done this way. So the air goes in. Hopefully, it's pushing out. The any debris and blowing it out. And so that's kind of what I did. Could be poisonous lead that's being blown out. Who knows? Anyways, you probably don't want to be in the garage while it's going on. So, anyways, air does smell a little stale in here. It smells like compressed air. See how this filter is going on. It's just a plastic filter. Looks like a moisture filter. It probably needs to be replaced, but looks like that stayed on. I'm surprised because how hot this plastic piece is just on there. So hopefully it's heat resistant. I don't want to mess with it too much. So as far as the rating on this product, I give it an excellent rating. Setup was easy. It wasn't too difficult. The wheels on this is really sturdy. The rubber feet already came on it, so you didn't have to worry about it. You know, it looks good. It's black, obviously. You know, the 2.5 horsepower motor on it is nice. 21 gallons. It'd be nice if it had a higher PSI, like 150, maybe 160. But again, for the money and the price point on this is, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to return it because it's 125 psi. So hopefully in the future I'll get another one of these and hook them together to basically get what 42 gallons of compressed air and a CFM a little bit higher than let me see here, what was the CFM, the rated CFM on this thing. Okay, let's see the rated. Well, let's take a comparison. Let's look at this picture and look at that picture. Let's do a comparison picture. Why not? Well, we're gonna have some fun with this here. So basically, I'm looking at this and I'm looking at that. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. It's not deceptive in any way. Look at that. All right, yeah. The picture looks a little fatter, but the real thing looks a little narrower. But that's all right. I mean, it's pretty right on. It's close. So what you see in the picture is basically what you're going to be getting. So that's not too bad at all. It's everything what I got is what I expected. Anyways, the CFM on this is so the concept is kind of simple. If I get two of these, combine them into one line, I would get double the gallon size. I wouldn't get the PSI, it'd still be 125. Of course, I wouldn't get 5 horsepower, it'd still be 2.5 horsepower. But I believe the CFM on this would increase to a little bit over 9 at 90 psi, and then a little bit over 11 at 40 psi. So at that kind of CFM, I think I can do a little bit more, especially with sandblasting. Hopefully, I mean, I do sandblasting with this as well, but I just feel like I just have to put that nozzle to whatever I'm sandblasting and have the media just I'm just holding it there for a little bit longer than I really want to. I like to just shoot it and be gone with it. And then with the increase in the gallon size, I could probably start doing the heavy auto restoring, metalworking as a continuous use. So and again, the price on this, it beats out getting a 30 gallon of this particular brand model, the 30 gallon one, even though that has a higher PSI rating, but it comes pretty close to it. And then if I get 3 of these or 4 of these, it still would come out cheaper than if I got the 60 or I think the 60 gallon. Just something to think about if you really are really going to get into this on a budget. So what's nice is if I ever wanted to sell this, I can sell these much faster than an 80 gallon or 60 gallon tank, and not only that, it's easier for me to move around and handle. So for any reason I need to go somewhere and I need to use my nail gun. Well, if I had 2 of these, or well, obviously I could do it right now, but if I got a big one to do the things that I wanted to do, I would have to buy another small one. Well, if I buy 4 of these, whatever, it doesn't have to be 4, but let's just say I bought 4, and I go onto a site where I need air, compressed air, I can just take 1, and I would have 3 here I could still work with, and 1 would be mobile. If I wanted to sell 1, I can sell them, and I think these would sell better than a larger compressor, because that's a lot of money, and unless you want to sell it for cheap, it'll move fast, but at least these will move faster, and you get more of your money back if you do sell them, especially if you keep it in really good condition. So there's some benefits to that that I'm looking into, and I just feel that this size is just perfect for what I need and what I have in mind and what I have planned. I'll do another video series on that, combining the air pressure, combining compressors into one line, and I got a lot of room to work with. A lot of room. Look at this open space I got up here on the walls. I mean, there's a lot for me to work with as far as building out my compressed air system here. So this is an excellent deal. If you're thinking about getting it, get it. It's worth it. And if you know where to get the discounts, coupons, or the sales, whatever works for you, you know. Overall, the product is wonderful. I haven't had any problems with it. I don't expect to. This is never going to leave my garage. If it does, you know, I'm not going to leave it out in the rain. You know, take good care of your tools, and they'll last a long time. And I just need to fill it with a little bit of oil because I noticed the oil is just a little bit low. Well, here you go. You can see the bubbles are gone. The oil has gotten a little darker. Of course, I would expect that. And now that I look at it, it actually looks pretty darn good. Let's get the. I might not have to do anything. There we go. There, look at that. The oil is right in the middle. You can actually see it. You see that? Trying to get the lighting right for you guys. There we go. Yeah, you can see the oil. There it is. It's right in the middle, right where it needs to be. So I'm fine with it. Looks like I don't have to add oil after all. So I'm happy with it. It's, you know, everything about this is you know, excellent, I feel. And again, for the price you pay, how could you get upset? You know. So review on this is excellent. Of course, I'm going to do some field test. We'll see in a couple months. And so subscribe. Look at my channels. You know, get the feeds coming in. So when I do updates on this, you know, if you have this kind of product, and it'll just give you a heads up in the future. So thanks for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed viewing these videos, and see you next time, and stay tuned. Bye. You see there's the oil. It's at a, looks like it's at a little bit lower level, as you can see here. You can see right there, you can see that line. It's a little bit low. I probably want that line to be in the middle, because I'm just trying, from the last episode, I've let this thing basically run for half an hour and give it some break-in time. And let me just take it out now, unplug it. Yeah, there we go. Just unplug it. It's probably really hot. I just want to roll it out so we can take a look at it, and this is going to be the final review of this product. So here it is. Setup is pretty easy. Wasn't that hard. If you didn't have to explain everything and talk and all that, you could probably knock it out in, I would say, half an hour. Oil could be a little difficult, but it's worth doing the change out for it, and getting the flushing that out. Well, welcome back, guys. Thank you for watching. And of course, as you see